Welcome to the Rebecca Adehill Podcast. I want to start off by saying that I want my name to remind you to go and live your life big, to take risks, to go all in and write one hell of a story with the one life you know that you have. I'm a 7-figure business mentor, wife, and mother of 3, and I'm here to share my journey with you as I am constantly moving in the direction of more bigness, more impact, more wealth, more depth, and more life. My aim with this podcast is to activate and inspire you to go and live your life big in the fullest, most passionate way. I'm so glad that you are here, so let's dive right in. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Rebecca Adehill Podcast. I hope that you are having the most magical start to your week. I had a beautiful, wholesome weekend celebrating my beautiful husband for Father's Day. He is the most incredible dad, the most incredible father, and my children are so lucky to have him as their dad. And we spoiled him this weekend. And yeah, it was just the most incredible weekend. Just a happy family. That is success to me. That is pure love and joy. And my heart is very, very full this morning. I want to have a potent conversation with you today. I am feeling really excited because, well, I was a bit worried there for a while because I woke up on Sunday morning with that much cash coming into my bank account. I was swimming in a pile of money to the point where my husband had to get the leaf blower and blow the cash off me so I could roll out of bed. How about that for a Sunday morning? Oh my gosh, I am joking, but it felt like it. It felt like it. I am just trying to make you smile, okay? And oh dear me. So that wasn't quite the case. I'd be lying if I said that my husband had to come in with the leaf blower because my clients don't pay me cash. So that's that. But hypothetically speaking, and if you could just imagine me rolling over in the morning and I picked up my phone and then I have one Stripe notification after the other and a sign up here and a sign up here and a sign up here and a sign up here. And I had the weekend off. So isn't that quite interesting that I had the weekend off? I spent it with my family and I woke up in a pile of cash. So what I thought I'd do today is that I would share some of that magic and how I got to the point to wake up with Stripe notification like there's no tomorrow, rolling in with me having the most slow, wholesome weekend in a very long time. So that didn't just happen. First of all, it has taken me a lot of time. It has taken me energy. It has taken me tweaking my strategy, realigning, analyzing my data, and really gaining a deep understanding of what's working and what's not. And I think the first thing that I just want to highlight here is when something doesn't quite go to plan, I don't make myself wrong for it because at the end of the day, I am a CEO running a company and there are certain decisions that I am going to make that may not be the right ones or may not be the perfect decision or the perfect executed strategy. That comes with trial and error and testing. So the first thing that I just want to say here is whatever you are testing right now, don't treat it as good or bad or right or wrong. Treat it as look at it from a perspective of how can I analyze this data? What did we do really well in this launch? What are some things that we actually need to improve on, right? And then we pick up the good parts and we refine the things that didn't quite align and then we go again. that is the nature of one's business. And I think this is how we can become quite emotionally detached from the outcome, or feeling like we have to nail it on the first go, because what we haven't tried, we actually don't know whether it's going to work or not. So, over the years of running my own businesses, I have since day one taken very clear notice of what's working, what's not working, what's working for my clients, and what's not working for my clients. So now I have been able to package this up into this incredible little bundle. So I know exactly how I position my offer suite, how I deliver each container, the strategy that each offer has, and the funnel in terms of the way people come in to that particular offer. And I want to share some of those things with you today because I think you can really benefit from them. So, the first thing that we look at is the human behind the business. I have said it before, I'm going to say it again: clean your shit up. Because if you are not good, your business will simply not be good. So, the first person we are going to sort out here is you. Focus on you, focus on your health, focus on your mental health. If you are not feeling good right now, if you are not feeling healthy, if you are not feeling happy, if your environment is crap, you need to clean that up first. And I'm not saying you can't do both at the same time. I'm a firm believer that we get to do both. And this is the duality of life and running a business at the same time, that we can allow for both to happen and evolve at the same time. So clean up your backyard, close those loops. I've spoken about this before, but I really want you to take that part of your life seriously, because your environment and the way you take care of yourself and your mental health and your spiritual health and your physical health and your relationships to yourself, that will ultimately impact the results in your business, because it will impact your mental clarity. It will impact your emotional state. So I make sure that I am at my best, because then I know that the person that needs to execute on that vision that I have tested and refined and refined and refined, she's going to be rock solid. She's not going to be emotional. She's not going to be anxious. She's not going to be overwhelmed. She's not going to be stressed. She won't compare herself to other people online, because she feels so good about herself that she has no time to fall into any low frequent vibration that isn't going to serve my evolution. And when you feel good, you know, when you wake up and you just feel really good and you have a really good day and you've been really productive, you get to wake up and feel like that every single day. And stuff that normally gets to you, that simply won't get to you, because you're like, I'm on top of the world. I'm feeling fucking great. Nothing can stop me, because I am feeling good. My children are happy. My husband's happy. I am happy. My dogs are happy. My extended families are happy. I am happy with me. So we're not going to do over well. You're going to clean up your shit off the field. And then we're going to pop your CEO hat on and you're like, I'm ready. I'm ready to dive in. I'm ready to dive into this week. I'm ready to move the needle. I'm ready to be productive. So one thing that I love doing when I look at my business plan and my business roadmap, and that is that I use reverse engineering in basically every single thing that I do. So I use reverse engineering for the overall vision for my business, but I also use reverse engineering for each individual offer that I also launch. So I want to give you an example. If I launch a group coaching program, I reverse engineer that. So I go, what's the outcome here? The outcome is that I want to have 50 people inside of this space. Okay, great. They are going to be paying $1,000 a month. Perfect. So that is 50K recurring revenue that I want from this particular program. Awesome. Now let's reverse engineer that. What is the program on? Okay, so the program is to scale your coaching business. And I'm just making stuff up now so I can give you an example. The program is to scale your coaching business, and I want 50 people instead of that paying $1,000 per month. Okay, great. Now let's reverse engineer it. Number one, I need to get really clear on what the tangible outcomes are inside of this program. So I know that I want 50 people in it. I know that the outcome of this program is to scale their coaching business. So what are the tangible outcomes? Well, I would ask myself questions like, what do they need in order to scale? What are they moving through right now that is keeping them stuck, that is stopping them from scaling currently? Are they doing everything manually? Do they have any automations, any funnels? What do they need in this moment to get this particular outcome? Okay, I list all of the things that they need, and I list all of the things that they are struggling with right now. And the next thing, if you don't quite know what they are going through right now, this is where the power of market research comes into play. If you have not conducted a market research within your business, you must do so. Otherwise, you'll just be guessing. You're just going to guess what people want and what they need without actually listening to what they need right now. And maybe you are your own ideal client. Maybe you have walked through something that you are now teaching people how to do the same and how to get the same transformation that you have had. So that's great. That's one person. That's you. Now go out and ask another 4, 5, 10 people. What are they moving through right now? And where do they ultimately want to get to? And what happens if they don't find a solution for what they are navigating right now? What's the ripple effect from that? So having the clarity on the tangible outcomes you give within each offer. Now we're going to peel back the layers even more, because now we've conducted a market research. We know exactly what outcome we want. So now when we keep going back and back and back, now we're on the marketing strategy phase. And here is the power of storytelling. This is where the power of storytelling comes into play, where we get to share how we have a solution for what they are going through. We get to show our authority, our credibility, our leadership, our knowledge in terms of how we help our clients say goodbye to all of the things that they are going through right now, and we help them say hello to all of the things that they desire. So when we then present them with an offer, it's going to be a no-brainer if that change is important enough for them. So then let's peel back the layers even more. What needs to happen? Maybe people aren't quite ready to pay $1,000 a month for a 6-month coaching container if they have not worked with me yet. So, okay, great. What's going to happen from that point? Well, maybe they need a masterclass. Maybe they need some free value so I can really show how I map this out for them. Maybe I can show them exactly how I have laid it all out so I can help them in their decision-making process. I have made this comment in the past, and I just want to highlight this again, is when people have asked for details on a particular offer of mine and they walk away to think about it, I don't hold space for them in their decision-making process because that will drain my energy. So if you are currently jumping into your Instagram DMs and you refresh your page and you're waiting to see if they've read your message and why haven't they responded, that is an anxious attachment to an outcome you cannot control. Let go of that. Let people and allow people to make their own decisions in their own time, on their own timeline. Because when they are ready, when they have stepped through their fears and whatever limiting beliefs or whatever needed to happen for them in order for them to step over that edge, allow for them to have that experience to do that on their own. So don't hold space for them and trying to convince them. However, I believe in impacting and supporting their decision-making process by helping them paint a picture of what this particular outcome can look like for them. So then I ask myself, how can I support them? When I know that I have the most incredible solution to them, how can I make sure that I can show them exactly what this looks like so I can give their nervous system a bit of a break, so I can make sure that they feel really good about investing, that they feel safe, that they jump up and down with excitement when they hit pay because they know that they are moving closer to saying hello to all of these incredible things that they desire. And they also know, by me investing right now, I am so ready to say goodbye to manual work, to unaligned clients, to feeling stressed and overwhelmed and not having clients come into my programs and working one-on-one and feeling completely drained at the end of the day. That they know, it's like they pay and they go, oh, thank goodness. I am so ready. And often what happens when you allow people to have that experience, to invest in their own terms without feeling pushed or forced, they will instantly feel a shift in their lives and in their businesses, simply because they have made that investment and they felt really good in the moment when they did it. And I think this is where such a beautiful exchange gets to take place, where they are jumping up and down with excitement when they invest. My clients, they run to my DMs and celebrate the crap out of themselves. And they also celebrate me for co-creating and working together. They feel really good. I feel really good. And I know that I can help them. They know that I can help them. I know that they self-led because I did not impact their decision making. They got to lead themselves. So I know that they are self-led, empowered humans. So I am just waiting on the other side. And I'm like, I am ready to roll up my sleeves when you are. It's such a beautiful transaction. It's such a beautiful exchange in the highest form of frequency. It comes from such space of overflow and ease. Yeah. But I know that I can impact and help their decision making process by giving a lot of free value so that they know exactly that I know what I am talking about. And I know that's important when people invest. They want to know that, I wonder if Rebecca can actually help me get this outcome. And I really hope that people think about that and don't just invest for the sake of investing, that they are very aware of what they are going through right now. And when they see me speak of the things that are available to them, it makes it a no-brainer for them to move in. Does that make sense? So when I am being very intentional with the way I'm creating my content, I am generating a lot of leads. There's a lot of engagement on my posts. There's a lot of DMs coming through. No doubt when I jump off after this podcast, my inbox will be full of DMs again. And that is just a standard because I am so clear of what my clients need. And I have the ability to articulate that very clearly. So that is my next point to you, to really master the articulation of your offerings and be really intentional. Where are they coming in to your world? Where are you taking them? And once they have finished that transformation, where do they go after that? And what is the strategy? Do you have your client journey mapped out? What does your offer ladder look like? What does your offer suite look like? Have you developed your own signature offer suite? So you want to make sure you have a really solid signature offer suite. You have reversed engineered each individual offer within that offer suite. And then you are helping people making their decision by creating a lot of free value so that you can support their decision-making process without telling them what to do. But you are helping them paint this wonderful picture to go, you're here right now. Here are the steps we're going to take together. And when we come out on the other side, this is where you'll be. And they're going to go, okay, great. Is that worth $1,000 a month? 100%. So if they want to scale their business, and scale often means more people, more revenue, more clients, it's going to be a no-brainer for them to spend $1,000 a month, right? And this is when it's so important, again, to make sure that we have a clear idea of what the tangible outcomes are for each one of our offers. So we don't use all of these really fancy words that actually don't mean anything. We want to make sure that we can break it down for them so they know what we are talking about, so they understand it, so we can help them move with ease. So we don't have to use all of these crazy, fluffy, advanced words in order for things to be powerful. I believe in simplicity, and I believe in if you believe that you are the best person that can guide your clients from A to B, it will be a no-brainer for you to help them in the decision-making process. It will be a no-brainer in which way you articulate it, in which way you hold yourself, in which way you sell your programs. And I believe when we have a particular knowledge, and I know that I have the solution to a problem my clients are going through, it is my duty to keep speaking about it over and over and over again. I don't care if people are ready or not, because I'm on no timeline. I don't care about my timeline. I can set certain goals, but I also know that there are things that I actually can't control within my timeline. But I'm well aware of the things that I can control, so I choose to focus on those. I don't know if I can get those 50 people into that program. So what can you control when you are inside of a launch? What can you control? What can you support them with? That is the conversation I'm interested in. So when people come to me and they say, I want to have 10 people inside of this program, if I don't get it, I've failed. And I'm like, that's not how we play. That is not how we play, because that is something you can't control. What are some things that you can control? Leaving your name in the hat all the way up until the day you launch. Really nailing your marketing strategy. Making sure, here is my next point. If you could take up one piece of real estate in someone's mind, what would that be? What piece of real estate do you want to take up in other people's minds? So when they think about a business coach, you're all going to go, boom, Rebecca. When you're thinking about a yoga instructor, who do you think of? If you're thinking about a clothing brand or a make of a car or an athlete, who do you think of? There is one person that owns that piece of real estate inside of your mind. That will happen the same way, the way you position yourself and the way your clients think of you in your particular field. The last thing now is a word that a lot of people run away from, that I am with open arms running towards, and that is building a funnel. Now, I am not talking about a funnel in terms of like bro marketing and let's have a hard close at the end and this and that and this is going to feel really ick and That's not what I mean. But it's really important that you have a funnel. And because once you have a funnel, you know exactly in which way people are coming into your offer, and whether they sign up there and then or not, that doesn't matter, because you still have them inside of your funnel so you can continue to nurture them until they are ready to buy. And each one of your offers will have its own funnel. And when you have a funnel, that is when you can use the power of automations. And this is how I was able to wake up in a pile of cash in form of Stripe notifications on Sunday morning without lifting a single finger, because I have reversed engineered every single one of my offers. I'm very clear on what my clients are going through right now and where I'm taking them. I know that I have a process to support their decision-making process. And I know how they're going to come into that place. I know what that funnel looks like. So then I plug in an automation. And as I'm looking at my phone right now, there is another notification that have just come through whilst I am recording this. This is the power of automations. And your automations will not be effective unless you have that clarity, unless you know how to clearly communicate with your audience. And when you know exactly how you take them from A to B, and once you know this, once you become the master of this, you're good. You're set up. And then you can call me and you're going to be like, hey, Rebecca, can you just bring the leaf blower because I am swimming in a pile of cash? That is how good it gets to be. And I'm telling you, I would love if you gave me a call or voice note me on Instagram to be like, Rebecca, I'm swimming in a pile of cash. Come save me. I will sprint to your house with my husband's leaf blower that he's very passionate about. And I will come and I will blow all of that cash off you to making sure that you can get out of bed safely. I am really excited to hear what takeaways you got from today's episode. Drop into my Instagram. I love chatting with you all. I really, really do. It means the world to me when you tell me that you've listened, that you hear, that you keep coming back for more and more and more episodes. It truly means the world to me. And if you want to find out more about how you can do this for your business, send me a DM on Instagram with the word scale and I will send you the details. I hope that you have the most magical start to your week. I cannot wait to see you back here next week for another episode. I hope you have the most incredible day.